Also, one of the things I also came up with quite a while ago, based on my own supervisory experience, is what I call the supervisor's prayer of limitation, that all of us need to adhere to. And this is, help me be ever mindful. I can teach supervisees ethics, but I cannot guarantee ethical performance. There was actually a study done of large organizations, not specifically of social work, large organizations like organizations social workers work in. And they did this study, and they came out and they gave the statistic to put it in understandable terms, not a bunch of research gobbledygook. And they said, any day that a supervisor is off at a conference like this for training, that back at the agency, somewhere between 12 to 17% of their supervisees, if they have a group of supervisees, while they're gone, will commit an unethical act. It's a kind of way to make you feel pretty bad about being in seminar, you know. But so then if you stop and think about that, gosh, what's going on when I'm not there? I can teach good diagnosis, but I cannot guarantee accurate assessment in supervisees' individual cases. I can offer good intervention techniques, but I cannot ensure implementation in the supervisee's individual cases. And this is the other thing that I added in. This just came from also from a recent small study I did with a group of practitioners. The biggest task we will face that my research shows approximately 75% of the times supervisees do not implement recommendations of the supervisor. Now, what does this mean? What does, well, you can't go out there and follow them around the room and make sure they're doing it, right? But the word here is follow up, follow up, follow up. One of the biggest problems I run into is the supervisors, when they make a recommendation, they don't follow up the next week if in fact this person implemented it. Also, another thing I would recommend to you very strongly is that every recommendation that you make to a supervisee be recorded in some kind of supervisory notes, whatever format you keep of supervisory notes for your workers, that you note that. And also, another thing that I do with people I supervise, and I learned this the hard way because I developed it myself, it happened to me, was anytime a supervisee makes an intervention recommendation to the client, that's recorded, it's in the notes, or it's in a treatment plan, or however you do it. But it also, if something comes up spontaneously, I enter it right in there. I recommended that the worker do thus and so. And then that the worker in their notes, when the client says this, and they say, well, why have you tried this? And they say, well, no, well, why don't you try this? And then write in whatever they recommended, make it part of the notes.